Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Pine Pass Games Pause. Don't worry, it'll unpause. There we go. As the footage speeds up, though you couldn't really tell it sped up unless you were looking really closely at the little buildings that were complaining. Oh, it's not the buildings, it's actually just the roads. So today we're starting out with about 5 minutes or so of detailing. It was about 50 minutes actual time, but of course this is all at 1,000%. I try to keep the camera as still as possible, but there's a lot of areas where I have to kind of zoom in, so there may be a bit of movement. So if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, you may want to skip forward a little bit. But I decided that, this is kind of the first part of the town, and it's just sat here looking ick forever because it was just snow alongside the roads, and there's not it's the challenge of a snow map. There's not a lot you can do for detailing other than pine trees and some bushes and things, because the trees just show up as dead trees for the most part in a winter map. But you can put snowmen in. I found them. I didn't know they existed. I was just looking through the props. I'm like, there's snowmen? Like, I never knew that. I've been doing Pine Pass this entire time and never knew that there were snowmen. So, yeah, we'll add those in a couple different places, just in little spots that there's kind of like a clearing. Be like, this is a designated snowman building area. I guess if you're going to live somewhere where it snows year-round, then, you're not really going to go fly a kite or anything like that, but you might, I don't know, you might fly a kite in wintertime. Do people fly kites in wintertime? I don't know. Maybe. I don't see why you couldn't. It's windy. Anyway, snowman building is more the name of the game. And yeah, it's a lot of pine trees. Went to first person just to see how it looked from that viewpoint, and I kind of like it. It doesn't feel too claustrophobic on the road because I kept the trees back behind that fence. And we do have the sidewalk there as well. Plus, it's called Pine Pass. I mean, this is the main drag through the original part of town. There should be a lot of pine trees in Pine Pass, if you ask me. But, and I do ask me because it's my town. I also put in just a few food stalls, and I kind of went a little overboard with the snowman there, but I like it. And just generally making this area just feel a little bit more alive and filled out. Did the same thing over here in the nature reserve, just kind of added in some more trees and some separation, just to kind of make it feel a bit more dense. I also wanted the path along there to be nice and well lined. So with this video, this is 5 away from the finale of Pine Pass, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to get 5 more out of it because we don't have a whole lot left to build. Right now, the series is scheduled to end the day that City Skylines 2 comes out. And on that day, the 24th of October, I think it is, on that day, I'm planning on streaming it, like, most of the day. Just going to have to see, that's a month and a day away from right now. I'm recording this on September 23rd. So, I'm going to go live on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind in my production schedule. I usually have these done weeks in advance, but I didn't. So this bridge has always bothered me, and I thought at first maybe just put in a whole new interchange, but getting it lined up would be a little tricky, and it was easier to just go in to move it and adjust some heights and then use the network multi-tool to slope. But just make it a little bit better. And it was always just the elevation of it that I didn't like. So fixed that. Using the parallel feature to try to get some trees in the middle, but it didn't work. You can see it put the dirt down for where the trees are supposed to be, but it didn't actually make any trees. So instead I go in with just the prop line tool, whatever it's called now. I don't know what it is. And just did my best. It's not perfect, but you know what? They're going by at 80 miles an hour. So they're not going to notice the trees aren't perfectly centered. And you probably won't either because it went by in like 10 seconds. So just filling in a last couple areas over here. Honestly, I'm not sure where we were. We went over here so fast. Oh, this is over by the big downtown, just off to the side of it, I think. Maybe, possibly. Like I said, not 100% certain. But it will start slowing back down in just a few seconds. Yeah, where are we? Oh, we're over there by the lumber mill. Okay. We're saying hello to Sterling Davies, who probably isn't around anymore. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the time-lapse portion, and we will jump into some gameplay in just a moment. Yeah, so that was a weird edit, wasn't it? I kind of didn't realize that it was ending quite at the point it was. I put this little ding sound in whenever I am narrating so that I know, so I can get it synced up. And that always adds like 10 seconds to the video. I thought I had like 10 more seconds to run my mouth, and I didn't. So, yay. I want to try something here. So this is the only straight bit. Okay, that's fine. This will work. Here. I want to, I guess we'll use something that makes sense here. Come in with these. And I want to make just a small pedestrian area. Very, very small. Nothing too extravagant. And we're even going to bring it out this way. And what I'm thinking this is, like in my brain, this is a little bit of retail and some student housing. Not a lot, obviously, just a teeny tiny bit. But I like that it is a pedestrian area, and what I want to do is just find an existing pedestrian area. You're a park. This is a pedestrian area, right? Yeah, there's one way over here, which is going to be the easiest one to get over there. Probably this one. Yeah. Well, ooh. I say that, and then, okay, so it's there, and I need it to... Okay. We're good. We're good. What we'll do is just come up and around and between and down. Oof. It adds to the price, so I won't keep all of this here, but it helps us get it established. And it might be too big, actually, on that side. Though, maybe not. It's going to be the only thing over here, because I think the train starts doing some weird stuff over here. I mean, we could come out a little bit more with it. Maybe. Because the train does chill for a while. But maybe we could just, like, have some services or something over here. How are city services in this area? Healthcare, not the greatest. Fire coverage, not the greatest. And police coverage, not the greatest. In fact, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to run this back. Or maybe we'll bring it off like here and just have like a little city services corner back here. So anyways, back to what we were doing. Let's go smaller here. Let's get rid of, whoops, this real fast. We'll come back. There we go. All that excess is now gone. And then let's bring this over and back up this way. I'm not sure how far back we're going to go. And then I don't want this included. Just want this area back here. So pedestrian district. We are not going to do pedestrian buildings, though. Now that I think about it, they might actually work really well here. Yeah, I think they will work really well here. So I'm pretty sure. Can't you? I thought, yeah, there it is. Well, I know you can do this. Is that really not? I thought that worked on here. Is it not? Oh, wait, crap. That's because it's this one. I can't do that. Oh, yeah. Wait, what's here? This is all shopping malls. Okay, so we have to do it that way. Though it almost looks like I've got two different things. So did it apply it? There's so many icons here. Yeah, it did. There it is right there. Okay, cool. So you should be fine then to leave this alone because this is all commercial over here. Cool. So that works out well. So then, back to what I was thinking is we will just do this right here. And just like some student housing, basically. Probably not going to go all the way up to the road. We'll back off 4 right there. And then I want to eliminate my zoning along the road right here. Though I could get some commercial there. Nah. Let's select this road. It's been almost a month since I've been in Pine Pass. So if it looks like I'm rusty, it's because I am. Very much so. I don't want it on both sides because we do have some space there. I guess that did a thing. Yeah, I can see the gap there. Cool. And then I'm going to do it there as well, and we're going to get just a bit more housing out of this. We're going to go right there and then right here, and I think that's it. I think that's all I want. I'm not going to do anything on this side, I don't think. Maybe just a little bit of retail. Right there. That'll be fine. Cool, so we might be able to get our city services up here, although I really hate to have them on that road. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I realized it as I said it that that's just not ideal. So make sure my zoning's back on. I don't know why I have the game paused. There we go. That chirper's immediately like, yeah, I don't know why you had it paused either, pal. So this, I want to come in at roughly a 90. It's kind of weird right here, so not a lot we can do about that. And then we use curved road tool and make a nice little curve, and then we probably need some water pipes. We do need some water pipes and heating, because I remember that's how this works. So if I go right there, that'll get the bulk of it, and then to there, and then turn all the snap twos off. And if I come up under here, I think this will grab the rest. Yeah, just barely. Just barely. So that works. I'm not going to build anything over here because the train is doing strange things here. There is quite a slope right there, and I don't want to have stuff just looking strange. So, we're getting wall-to-wall buildings. We are getting wall-to-wall buildings, though, as usual, they're not filling in well. Like, they're just kind of picking the middle, and then we're going to have these weird gaps. So, I don't know what I just did. Something went thud, and I don't know why. Back there is fine. But over here, like, we've got this, and I don't think... Do we have buildings? Oh, I see what I did. We de-zoned that. Oh, dang it. I keep right-clicking. I've been playing Timberborn, which you hold the right mouse button to tilt the camera and see Skylines. It's the middle mouse button. So if I look like I'm drunk, I'm not. I'm just forgetting how the game works. And then, so we've got this coming off. We could then bring another little branch off, like right here for the city services. So they're not just sitting out here on the Spain Road. And we'll just put them like on a little cul-de-sac for the fire coverage and the police station. And then the clinic, I want kind of situated over here, like right there. Yeah. And I think that's fine for this little area, as I suddenly have an allergy-related coughing fit. So you guys gonna fill in over there? Yeah, maybe, possibly. No? I'm gonna let this go for just a second, because I wanna make sure this all fills in nicely before we move on. So there are some gaps. I'm not completely thrilled about that, but I think we'll just leave it alone. I think it'll be fine. And then we are gonna bring in some commercial up through here. And we might even do some low-density residential just off here. I mean, this isn't a highly traveled road. It doesn't really go anywhere except to over here. So it doesn't see a whole lot of traffic. So I think it'll be all right to maybe do a bit of residential right here. What's our noise like right here? Yeah, it's fine, because that doesn't make any noise. We've got that back there for the highway, so I think we'll be okay. So let's get just a little bit more commercial right here, leave a little gap between the two, and then we'll start with some commercial. I will do all the way up to here. Actually, no, let's do that with the residential, and we'll leave a little bit of space between these houses. Not a lot. When I said a little bit, I meant one tile. And then I want to look at my terrain here just to be sure we're not going to do any weird stuff. Man, I tell you what, I go to record a video, my voice suddenly doesn't want to cooperate with me. Let's get in a little bit of parking right here if I can fit it. Yeah, just, come on, you had it. You were there. Go back. Come on. What are you doing to me? Game. Hello? Like, it wants to go and then it doesn't. This is... Oh, I had it again. It's right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Man, that was finicky. Okay, we're good, though. A little bit of parking. I know it's on the corner. Maybe not ideal, but it'll be all right. I guess I could have gone there with it. Yeah, I probably should have gone there with it. Oh, well. It's built now. Can't ever undo anything in a video game. So then, smart commercial. Do slightly bigger shops here. The only reason I'm leaving space is just so it doesn't do anything strange. And then, yeah, we'll do just a little bit more here in the bend. And that's it. So just a little area for the campus. Nothing too huge. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and come in here and get myself just a little square of trees. And then come back over here, and we're just going to rotate these around randomly and fill this in. So it looks like, you know, it was never disturbed. And I think we could do well with some stuff over here between the railroad as well. Because, again, nothing's going to get built back there. So I'm going to kind of come around the curve here a little bit. I don't like that all looks exactly the same. Cool. And we'll leave the space between the railroad and the highway for now. So, yeah, nice little neighborhood. Oh, hello. I dig it. It'll work. And then to fill in some of these gaps, is it? No, it's not that one. Man, I'm out of... There, it's this big tree here. We'll come in with a few of these larger trees, just in some of these gaps, and we'll even put some in here, just sprinkle them in, just so there's a little diversity in our tree species. Come over here and just kind of plop a few. Doesn't make a huge difference, but you can kind of tell they're there, so I like it. And then we're probably going to switch back to this one, and we're going to go in between the houses and kind of formalize the property lines slightly. You know, just trees that neighbors can argue over whose tree it is, and I'm going to cut down your tree, and then they just cut all the branches off of it. And people really get just nasty about trees and their neighbors. I have seen neighbors just like nearly go to blows, like straight up wanting to just fight one another over trees. That tree's in my yard. I can do with it what I want. No, because it hangs over my yard, so I can. Yeah, it's nonsense. That looks pretty good. I'm going to leave this area open. I kind of like that this building with all the glass just gets a nice view across the water to pretty much the rest of the campus. And there's some housing over here, but for the most part, it just looks over at the campus. And I like it. Cool. So let's continue formalizing some property lines here. Once click the right button. With these smaller trees, just bring these through right here, and I might even, since this is where the transition between retail happens, do that. And then I don't think we need to do anything in between this building, or the commercial building. So we have a little bit of space here, a little bit of space here to fill some things in, so we will do that. Just a few more of these. Whoa, hello. Okay, not that one then. Some of these smaller ones, just try to sneak them into these gaps. There. So no school, not even really any parks over here. I mean, it's just kind of... It's meant to be campus housing. That's why I wanted to go with the high-rise, well, high-density wall-to-wall stuff. You know, kind of funky, kind of modern. The students would appreciate it. I mean, they have amenities. Look. They have a picnic table. In the wintertime. I'm sure that'll see a lot of use. Anyway. But yeah, I like it. It looks good. So that takes care of that area. Now I want to come over here and think about what we want to do. I want kind of a little section here, and then another just kind of lazy residential area back here, and then we might... I don't know, it's so far removed from the highway. I was thinking about back here in this corner, just a little industrial park, but their access to the highway is not great. I mean, they'd have to come down this way and around and over and then over, or they'd have to come down and around here and jump over to either this road or over here. So, not really the greatest. That just looks weird still. I don't know. I'm not gonna fuss with it. So not ideal. You could bring the railroad up in there, but then, you know, just for the freight. But then we would lose a lot of our land that I really want to use for residential. So I'm not 100% certain on that one. What I am more certain about is this little area here. I just want to check. Okay, we got zoning. I'm just going to click it all. There we go. And that is 550. And then I think it's 550 both directions. Yeah, I'm going to go one more block over here. Because we can. This is going to be kind of like just a little Main Street area. Pretty much commercial on all of it. I don't think I can get away with another one. Oh, I can. Oh, I can't. Anarchy says I can. Yeah, see, that pillar's fine. But yeah, this is just going to be kind of our Main Street area. And then the rest of it is going to quickly change from a grid. In fact, we're going to look at our train. I almost forget to select the road first. We're going to come off just a little bit right there. And then I want to bring a road in. I want to get, even though they're going to be by the railroad, I want to get a road right here where, do we want the front yards facing the water or the backyards facing the water? Let's go backyards facing the water. I think that's more appropriate. And we're just going to run a nice straight stretch right there. Game, don't jump around. Jump around. Jump up. No, don't do it. More me saying to myself, don't do the jump around joke. And then we will do that there, and that'll just leave a little bit of extra space. And then I want to bring it in over here at one of these contour lines, like right here. So cool. And then that means we could probably bring that out a little bit more. No, not really. Yeah, network multi-tool. We just want to make some connections. We're going to just try with create curve and see what we get. And if I don't like it, and I don't, we will go with create connection. And that's already infinitely better. So I'm just going to hit enter and accept what we have here. And then we're going to do that right here as well. I'm going to go a little, I'm going to bring this over actually. Where's... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but it'll work. Can I make you bigger, maybe? There we go. And this one just a little bit bigger. That works for me. Now this is going to be significantly more challenging, I think, to get a good connection here. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. Okay, that works. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So we don't have any water pipes over here yet, so let's take care of that. It doesn't want to go directly into the road because of where the node is. Oh, wait, I had it. Oh, that's because the anarchy's on. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is kind of cheat and connect there. I know it's not ideal, but I think we can all live with a little bit of less than ideal, can't we? Well, I think we can. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of retail, maybe a little bit of high-rise back here, but probably not. I'm thinking I'll just bring a road off of here and connect in right here. Let's do that right now. Like that idea. I am going to go back the 550. And then it's going to be right here, right next to the railroad tracks. Just as close as I can get it. And then hopefully this will connect without any issue. Yep. Kind of an abrupt turn there, but I'm alright with it. So cool. We could do like a park right here, but man, we've done so many parks in this city already that there's not a lot left to do with them. Plus, it's a big area, and it's a winter map. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can come up with something. What I do know is that this needs to be like a little city services area. We could do like some plazas. That might be kind of cool. I think we've used all of our snow stuff we have. Yeah. I wish there was more snow assets. Yeah, we're not going to use any of these skyscrapers. I know that for sure. Have I used the tax office yet? Is it you? No. Yeah, I have used the tax office. I know that I could use the thing that lets me duplicate things, but I'm not going to do that. The city courthouse is way too big. That's like big city, and this is all going to be just smaller stuff. So, along the main drag, I want a district. There it is. Man, that's going to make the whole thing that, though. We need one that's in between these two, because I want, like, right here to be organic stuff. That's just not good. And then behind it, I want shopping malls. Is that good enough? Like, I don't know. I've never really played with it enough with little half sections to know. Bring this over. Bring that over. In fact, I may do just the shopping malls right here, because they'll be facing out towards the highway, and that would be really good exposure for them. There we go. And then I'm going to bring this one out just a little bit more to cover this block. Boy, this is getting finicky. It is not like what I'm doing. There, I think that will work. So we want this to be, we can do that through here. We want this to be organic produce. And then here in Holly Center, oh, did I really just use the wrong district that whole time? Were you yelling at me? You're doing that? Yeah, I didn't realize what I was doing. That's what I want right there. Okay, try again. It's fine. We can redo it. Cool. And then another one here again. I'll even come up to there. And then gotta be careful I don't erase one district for another. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. But we can then hopefully just bump that back in there like that. And that's looking pretty snazzy, I think. Cool. I am going to extend our grid one more this direction. I was really hoping that was... okay, maybe we'll do it here then, since there is a straight connection right there. Yeah, we'll do it there. Okay, that works. And then, hey, look, this kind of gives us a natural way to connect back here. That works for me. And then this is a smaller area now, but this is the thing. We don't need schools for capacity's sake, but there are no schools. Oh my god, the traffic. How's it over here? Over there's flowing fine. Over here is having problems. It comes and goes. We don't really need schools, but we could put them in to have them. You know, it's a neighborhood. You would have schools. But we're going to have, first of all, a little city services corridor down the middle here, kicking off with a post office, and then right opposite the post office, a bank. I meant to say opposite the post office. And then we're going to have our fire station just behind, and our police station right over here. And, yeah, you are outside of that, aren't you? Well, then. There you go. Happy now? Really? Are we, like, at capacity? No, we are not. We should have enough to get the rest of this finished. So, yeah, so, Pearl District, Styles, shopping malls, and then the other district we can do with a district and do the right one and go organic right there. Cool. Let's zone this and see what pops up. We're going to have just a little bit of regular retail back here, but I want retail all down this main street right here for certain. We have a weird square in the middle. I guess it's just the shape. Oops. Didn't quite get that. There we go. I guess just the way we zoned everything, it leaves a square in the middle. That's fine. Gonna let this go. I just want to see how it develops in, and then we'll pick it up from here. So it obviously has not filled out yet, but I'm noticing these aren't organic buildings. Did I not click it? Oh, it's not far enough to that side. Okay. I thought that that would cover it. Well, that was the question I had earlier, was how far does it need to go in order to actually cover it as I hiccup? And the answer is that far. And then just bring that back up. Ugh. So finicky. Come on, don't touch the road and I should be all right. Cool. And then one thing I was thinking about while I was sitting there is what we could do with this corner. Not a high-rise still. Oh, have I used all my grocery stores? I haven't used the medium one, and that's the one I wanted, so that works out well. And that's just a nice corner for it. I mean, we've got the parking to the side, so what I might do is move this over as far as it'll go. It won't go very far, but right there, and then just throw in a little bit more parking. I think that's enough space to get these in. Oh, it's not. Oh, but I could do that. Man, I really wish it was big enough to get those other parking spots in, because... Well, no, that orients them all the same direction. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then what we can do to maybe get another one in is just bring a little stub right here. Just enough to get a parking lot on it. There will be a little gap right there. Come on, go in the corner. There you go. There'll be a small gap, but that's okay. And then we can bump this dude back over some now so that we don't have all that space. And then we should be able to just fill that in with surface painter. Fingers crossed. Oh, really small here. And yeah, there. So that looks all right. These parking spots, obviously, a little close. We don't have an aisle there, but shh, I won't tell if you won't. And then, yeah, the trucks can come in right there. So that works. That works fine. And then in this space, I really wish you could use these shopping plazas multiple times. I think that would look really good right here. But in the rest of this space is going to be even more commercial. So I'm going to get that filled out there. And then let's take the zoning off this little corner so we can get just a little bit of a bigger building back here. I'm not sure which side it needs to be. Wrong side. Yes, again. There we go. And I think that will do just fine. And then we will bring in just a bit more right there and a bit more back here. Now let's switch gears now. Because I do want to have just a little bit of high density residential. Or at least what will appear to be high density. I'm thinking either the Brooklyn homes or the Heart of Korea stuff. Haven't quite decided yet. Let's just bring this on over. Go right around like that. All the way up to the railroad tracks. And we'll probably reserve this back here for some commercial, but I'm thinking we'll have a... No, never mind. That's already... Yeah, it's already commercial. I forget I had zoned that. Okay, cool. Cool. So, what would look best back here? The Heart of Korea or the Brooklyn? I think the Brooklyn brownstones would really be the one that we want. So, Pine Park. Oh, Pine Park and Pine Pass. We want to go Brooklyn. Save. Done. Are these high density or low density? I'm pretty sure they're high density. And we're just going to bring in a lot of homes here. All of this, and most of this, I just want to look at my contour lines. They're not the best. We can get maybe some smaller ones here. I think there's smaller ones. I think there's some 3x2s. And then here, I'm pretty sure there's some 3x3s. And then we can go up the bigger ones there. Cool. And then I think I'm just going to leave that there. And we are even going to have some back here. I mean, it's not the most desirable place to live right behind the grocery store. But it happens. Maybe not necessarily in less urban areas like this, but it does happen. And then we're going to fill that in, and then we're going to fill that in right there. And we'll just, whoops, have a little bit of a gap. I keep right-clicking, trying to move the camera. So then back here would be a good spot for our schools, but I guess we'll go ahead and put them in. I was going to say we're just going to leave it for now. The high-capacity ones would probably look better. So maybe we'll go community school. I know right by the railroad, probably not ideal. Yeah, we'll just plop that right there, and then we'll throw in our snowman park. Where is it? There it is. We'll throw that in right around the corner here. And then maybe even a nice little sledding hill back here behind the school. Just make that somewhat formalized as a park area. And we forgot water again. When I say we, clearly I mean me. But, you know. Let's bring water pipes all the way back and around here so that we know we have coverage. And then we are going to need just a little bit right there, and that should get everything covered. Kind of cheaty, but it works. All right, now let's watch this area as hopefully it fills in with something nice. I do like the brownstones. So as it's filling in, if you're like me, you've been watching this traffic and thinking, oh my God, that's never going to clear up. And it just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. It's everyone's wanting to turn left, aren't they? Why are you guys... Are you really fighting for straight through traffic? I thought you had a dedicated lane as a hiccup. They go straight... They go straight through. Why do I suddenly have the hiccups? What is going on? Coughing fits, hiccups, it's all happening today. Yeah, that's a big part of the problem, is all of that. We don't have a whole lot of traffic coming this way, so I wonder if we can get away with just letting these guys block the box, but that's not our only issue. Up here is falling apart. And I think we can solve it much the same way. First of all, I think we need some dedicated turning lanes. For lefts at least, and then we will have a protected right there, and then you can go left there, right and straight. It's not going to work out perfectly, but it will be okay. Yeah, we're going to have to share some lanes here, because if I have that, yeah, this is going to need to go there, not there, because I want the people going left to have their own lane. Yeah. A little unfortunate, but I think it'll work in the end. And then you can go right and straight. I think that'll help somewhat to have the dedicated lefts. Oh my God, what is going on? I know what's going on. It's this. We're still importing 2,000 goods. Though most of these trucks are not imports, it's ore products being exported. You have a train for that, dude? Use the freaking train. I wish there was a way to say you have to use this train. I mean, right now it looks like it just is going back and forth between the two cargo terminals. Is it broken to the outside? Let's see, where do you go? And you're going back up there. I'm going to wait for just a minute and see if a train comes in from... Never mind, there is one right there. Bringing in imports. Look at that. Yay. Yeah, if we look at that, that train's probably imports. And then we wait for the trucks to unload. And they're probably all import trucks. Yep. Farm goods, regular goods, lots of regular goods. Yeah, agriculture and... not a whole lot, though. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So, like, what are you, then? An ore truck. Okay, so you did export. That's good. But we've got way too many heading out. And that's what this traffic... I mean, look how much of this is ore traffic. That's 10% of the traffic. Just roughly guessing there. Oh, my God. It's all falling apart. And everybody wants to go straight. Nobody wants to turn. Maybe... I mean, the answer isn't always more lanes, but maybe in this case, the answer is more lanes. So that we can get 2 of them going straight through and have a dedicated left. I think that's what we're going to have to do. How's this area coming along? There is one change I want to make over here. I've just been watching this and made a decision that I want my organic to be back here and I want this to be leisure. So I'm going to go ahead and make that change because it is going to cause buildings to despawn. Mainly because I want some leisure type stuff back here, but if I put it too close to the residential here, I mean, it's already buttoned up against it in a couple places, and leisure makes a lot of noise. So you gotta be careful with its placement now. Speaking of being careful, I want to not overwrite any district that already exists. And I'm gonna bring that all the way over to there, and this will all be organic stuff. So we will make that switch to that. There we go. So we'll get gyms and bars and things like that down here. And then one other thing that I was noticing is this area really lacks parking, and being shopping malls, I think they would probably insist on some parking. So we're going to add in quite a bit here using our old friend Eminent Domain. I think that's enough, actually. One big lot there, one small lot there. I think that'll be fine. We could probably get away with one more small lot here, though it doesn't quite fill up that space very well, but that might be okay. Are you still... Yeah, because that's going to go away and something else will come back in its place. Yeah, that should be enough parking. It is, unfortunately, right here along the main drag, but whatever. It'll be fine. So this should now all refill in back in with leisure. Our organic should shift back to here, and hopefully the noise isn't too bad. It's pretty bad. Do we have healthcare over here? I think I forgot a clinic. Yeah, we're gonna need some healthcare up in here. Let's just go ahead and plop that right there in the middle, where all the noise is, and that should help considerably. We don't have any childcare over this way. We could probably do that back in here, or maybe even over here by the school. Nope. If I move the school over, though, we can. We'll put that more towards the corner, and then that childcare facility should just squeeze in there. Yeah. Cool. We don't have death care over here either. Let's just throw in a crematorium somewhere that we can get away with it. Maybe back here. Well, that's some really good real estate, though. What's my slopes look like there? Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's kind of nice. In fact, I want to... Oh, that district is already there. Cool. And we still have residential demand, so we're going to go right there. You know what? We can't put the crematorium there. That'll give us a little bit of a buffer between the railroad tracks and the residential. Cool. So, yeah, this is everybody wanting to go straight. So this is already 6 lane, and that gives us the left there, but everybody's getting in this right lane because it's only the right lane over here that turns. So let's see what we can do here. First things first, let's get this stretch upgraded. We do not want this to be in the air. So turn anarchy off and go to 6 lanes here, and then I want to find the industrial 6-lane road. There it is, and bring that back to here. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and go all the way back they can just merge. I don't think we need anarchy. Oh, and I've screwed up zoning. Was there anything along there? I don't think so. No, there's nothing along there, but I want to go ahead and turn it back on. Cool. So now, oh, I've pressed the wrong button. So now we have, do we have dedicated lefts? I can't really tell. No, it's not a dedicated left. But let's see if we can't get more traffic. This is clearing up here, but we've still got this. But I don't have a 6-lane highway. So we're not going to be able to do much with that. But let's try to make some improvements here. Let's just get rid of what's there and start over. We do not want anybody going straight across. That is bad behavior. Can they merge in the middle? They can merge in the middle. Cool. Give me this back, please. Thank you. So you can go straight to there. You can go straight to there. And then you can go right off like that. You can go left. And then these guys can now all get dedicated lanes. So they've got a dedicated lane to go left, and if they don't want to get right back on the highway, which, you know, would be a stupid thing to do, they can jump over. Like, we should see them, yeah, just right over. So that should help this all flow a lot better through here. But then our big bugbear is still here and back here. I think these intersections might be just a little close to one another. But let's see what we can do with what we've got here. Let's get our lefts established real quick so I can see what lanes are actually in use. Cool. So then you can go right. You go right. Ooh, we're running out of lanes already. You can go right. Maybe we'll just have... Oh, yeah, we want them to be able to go straight across, too. Yeah, we could really use some extra lanes there. But we don't have a whole lot of people turning left, so I think it'll be okay. Same here. I think this will be fine. Oh, wait, it's not the one we want to go straight through. It's this guy. Almost screwed it up, didn't I? Yes, I did. So we've got left, straight through, and right. And we've got a right there as well. We've got a dedicated left there. We've got a dedicated left there. So that leaves me with like a lane not in use. But this side has a lot of traffic and rocks. If they're wanting to make a right there, it would help to have a dedicated turn lane so they can just get out. But it looks like most of them are going straight across. Awesome. So then if that's the case, we're going to let these guys go ahead and go straight as well. Because that's the whole point of this, is to have enough lanes getting everybody across. We're going to move you to that one and move you to that one. Because we just, so many of the trucks are wanting to go straight right here. And that's what's causing our problem. So if we give them 2 lanes that they can do so, hopefully... Oh, this was clearing up. This is still clear. It's mainly because we're letting them go through. Hopefully they will just work their way through now. And then here I don't really have enough lanes to do much, but not many people are turning into here. Everybody's wanting to go straight. And for some reason, they're wanting to do it out of that middle lane, even though all 3 lanes can go straight. Why is that? Those guys are all turning left. I'm going to watch this for a minute and get an understanding of where everybody's trying to go. I find this tool to not really, like, I mean, it works, but it just... Because it shows the round trip, it's just not, I don't know, it's not the best infographic to ever exist. So I'm just going to kind of watch for a few minutes and see if I can't wrap my head around where they're actually going. So it's far from perfect, and a big portion of it is just so much freight traffic coming out of here. But it is better, and counterintuitively, the solution was more lanes. I got rid of all the lane markers and all of that, and just added in. This is now an 8 lane. Right here, it goes down to 6. It's 8 here, and it's 8 here, and then we did a bigger toll booth. Not that we need a toll booth, but you can see they're just breezing right through. So that's not slowing them down at all. A little bit of a backup back there. It comes and goes. This and this are, it's really right here. This is our main problem. And the only thing I can think of that might help it would be to encourage these guys to just keep moving and block the box, because if we could clear that out, then this would clear up and that would clear up. One other thing that I did is I noticed that a ton of the traffic that was coming this direction, so they were coming from over here and way back here and all of this, they were all funneling into this road, and most of them were continuing straight on through and coming across this direction. They were wanting to go here to our new little neighborhood. So I added an extra bridge. I'm not in love with it, but it has taken a lot of the pressure off. So now a lot of the people that are over here are crossing over this way and coming down and through here. We didn't prioritize the movement since it's D. This is still our priority, but it helped a huge amount. This was backed up all the way to here with people trying to get out and then go straight through and come around. So I think that's helped substantially. And our new neighborhood looks pretty fantastic, I think. It could just use a few more trees here and there. Do we have a pine tree here? I think we do. Yeah, we've got just a nice little... Oh, I don't want that. We've got just a nice little pine tree. We'll do something a little different here. And that's the problem, is these are really repetitious on this one. I want to preserve the view out to the water, but I want this to feel all just kind of random, like whoever developed this only cleared the lots that was necessary and didn't clear anything else. So once again, gonna just grab a little bit of trees here. Actually, that's probably too many. Let's go like that. And we're gonna fill in right in behind here. Pretty dense. And then we'll taper off into the woods there. And then we'll have to manually place a few just right here. I don't want to smash the windshield of cars or the train, but I think we can squeeze in a few trees and do just a few spots here. We'll get a few more here, and then we will fill in with our... Is that the big one? Yeah, it's just a smaller version of it. We'll fill in with a couple of these. Not going to go crazy with it. And on this side here, I want to leave this open to the highway. I mean, this is... There would be store names and all kinds of stuff like that on these shopping malls. And they would be really happy to have this visibility. I like our leisure and then switching to organic back this way. I think it all works out really well. And then, of course, we have our Whole Foods there. And a bit of density in residential, not a whole lot. Over this area is all going to be low density. Over here is probably going to all be low density. But I think we're going to leave it there. Wow, that did take care of it. Just letting these guys come on through and brute force their way through. Now that it's cleared out, most of them are getting through now without a problem. Still a little bit of an issue here, but I already did the same thing here in that they can block the box. But we're going to leave it there. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.